What we're going to do today is we're going to focus on reading part A for the 1.0 test. So if you're taking the test in September, this might still be good practice for you because a lot of the skills are transferable. You'll be using the same skills, but the test format come September will be quite different. Nevertheless, for those of you taking the test in July and August, this presentation, this live class will be very helpful for you. What we're going to do specifically is we're going to focus on the skill of scan reading. This is the second one I've done on scan reading. So again, this is for reading part A. So just to refresh your memory about reading part A, you'll receive 3 to 4 texts. By the way, saying the word texts is a very hard word to say. 4 texts, right? 4 separate texts, one common theme. Let's say the theme's like migraines. So you'll have one text here about a definition of migraines. You'll have one text here which will be like a graph about migraine duration during the day. Then you'll have a text here about migraine Q&A with a doctor and a patient, and then something else, maybe a medical research thing, right? Then you'll have a summary with around 30 gaps, and you have 15 minutes to fill those 30 gaps. If you can do your mathematics, that means you have around 30 seconds per gap. So you need to read rapidly, and that's what I'm going to teach you in this class. The texts, as I mentioned, will include Q&As, research, like an abstract, statistics, possibly a definition, FAQs, or a case study, something like that. And the text will look something like this. They are by no means easy. These are real-world texts. So imagine you're looking at a scientific abstract, for example, and look at all of that craziness. And this, my friends, is the summary. This is what the summary looks like. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, and you need to write the answers. Just to refresh your memory, the answers can be 1 word, 2 words, or 3 words max. 1, 2, or 3 words max for the answers. Okay, so we need to learn a skill called scan reading, and let me describe it to you in this way. I imagine you've all got a phone, right? And I imagine you've all had the experience of losing your phone. Or let's give you a bit of context. Let's say you get up, you're about to go to work, you're about to leave the house, you're in a bit of a rush. You're thinking you have to be at work at 9 a.m. and you go, damn, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? So you go back into your house and in your mind, you're saying phone, 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 phone to remind you of what you're looking for, or else you'll end up, I don't know, going and having a cup of tea. Phone, phone, phone. So you go into your bedroom, you look under your doona, you go over to the ironing board, you look under the clothes, phone, phone, phone. It's the same principle with scan reading. Let me show you what I mean with this. So what you'll do in reading part A is you'll look at that summary that we looked at before, and you'll notice a keyword, right? You'll notice a keyword like, I don't know, 2016, right? So let's just do this. So let's say the keyword in the summary is something like 2016. Then you go across to the text and you see the word 2016. So you found the corresponding keyword. That's the first step. Then you need to read very carefully because this will be a sentence, and you notice that the answer's here, and this is the word, and you might take that word and directly put it in here with no transformation. Just a direct movement of that word to that space. So answer, answer. Or it might happen like this, and you find the keyword, you find the corresponding keyword, you find the answer. However, you may need to transform this word to make it fit grammatically. For example, you might have to put an S on the end, like answers. Or maybe you need an article like the answers, for example. Just while I remember this, if you're in the Zoom webinar and you're watching this and the screen is blurry or not formatting properly, you'll need to go and watch this on YouTube Live, okay? And for those of you on YouTube Live, if you're not yet a subscriber to the E2 OET channel, click the subscribe button down there so every time we do a live stream or release a new video, you'll be notified so you can practice ASAP. All right, cool. Let's practice this skill. So I'm going to put you under some significant time pressure here. Let's pretend it's the OET test. What we're going to do specifically is I'm going to give you 20 seconds to fill this gap. This gap may be a single word taken directly, or it might be a few words, or it might be a word that needs to be transformed to fit here. You have 20 seconds to fill this gap starting now. Okay. Maybe 20 seconds ain't enough time. I'm beginning to think it's not enough time. Let's have a look at the chat, see if anyone got that. Oh, you guys are pretty good. You guys are pretty good. It looks like 20 seconds is enough time. I should give you 30. I'm not being very nice here. Cool, let's go through this one. So, here we go. You don't want to read this word by word. There's not enough time. This says chest x-rays deliver a something dose of radiation. So you're going to scan read. You're going to be looking for a keyword like chest or dose, right? Because there's too many x-rays. There's x-rays, x-rays, x-ray, x-ray. Okay, that's not a good keyword. Oh, so we find the word dose and we find the word chest. Chest x-rays deliver A. We know we're reading here or here. The answer is very small. Very small. All right, let's move on to number 2. I'm going to give you 10 additional seconds. I think 30 seconds is a better length of time. Ready? Go. Ten seconds left. Okay, let's check this out. So here's a word here, comparatively. Now, if you read this heading here, it says compared. So we're probably going to look at this paragraph here. Even if you were to have chest x-rays, the risk would be minimal. Okay, is it in this paragraph? In fact, yes, it is. This means that even if you had chest x-rays taken every week, the increased risk wouldn't be very much. Even if you were to have chest x-rays. So we found the key word, or the answer, I should say, which would be every week. Okay, we can actually put that in there directly. Have I done that in the answers? Yes. You could have had every week, or weekly, or every 7 days. 1, 2, 3. All of these answers would be considered correct, for example. Cool bananas. Let's keep going. Let's do number 3. And your time starts now with an additional 10 seconds at the end. Ten seconds. Okay, let's try this one. The risks of overexposure to X-ray radiation need to be kept. Yikes. Okay, so risk is a nice keyword. So we're going to scan read. We're looking for our phone in our bedroom. Risk, 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 risk. Oh, okay, there's the word risk. And there's the word exposure. We're going to be looking up here. Okay, need to be kept. Keep the risks of X-rays in perspective. Need to be kept in perspective. If you just wrote perspective, it would be considered incorrect. So you need to have the correct preposition here, which is in. If you wrote on perspective, it would be considered incorrect as well. Cool bananas. Just keep a running tally of how you're going. I want to know at the end. We're going to do 9 questions in total. So I want to know how many you get right, just for my curiosity. So keep count. How many of you got so far out of 3? Let's do the 4th one. Now the text has changed. You have 30 seconds. Ten seconds left. Okay, we've got a nice keyword here, which is computerized tomography machine, right? So we scan from the beginning. Okay, we found it. Computerized tomography machine. Okay, is considered to be something than a standard X-ray. Now, this word here is a real giveaway as to the type of word that could possibly fit here. If you remember back to your English grammar classes, something like bigger than, stronger than, faster than, or more something than. So it's a comparative adjective. Not that that will really help you, but maybe you got the word more sophisticated than a standard X-ray. See, what is happening here, and this is what happens in reading part A, is this is a paraphrase of this. So basically these two say the same thing, but in different words. While this one ended with computerized tomography machine, this one began with computerized tomography machine. They're saying the same thing, so I needed to take that word. And for that one, I could take it directly from the text. Perhaps this one needs to be transformed. You have 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Okay, let's have a look at this one. In order to form a viewable image, X-rays need to the body. This needs to be what type of word? It needs to be a verb, right? A verb. Need to boom the body, right? What is it going to do? Okay, so let's have a look. Keyword X-ray, not very helpful. Although, if we look, can you see the word X-ray in this part of the paragraph? No. Okay, so I'm guessing it's going to be up here. So let's have a closer look. It will be in this sentence here. It says, in X-ray procedures, X-rays pass through the body to form pictures on a computer or television monitor, which are viewed by a radiologist. In order to form a viewable image, pictures, view. These are the synonyms, the paraphrases. X-rays need to, something body, pass through the body for number 5. If you got pass through, you are doing extremely well. Let's keep going. We've got 3 more. Ten seconds left. All right, this one. Patients undergoing X-ray procedures need to breathe in, ingest, or something material that is radioactive. Okay, now if you look at this part here, it says inhale, breathe in, swallow, that's ingest. So we're missing one of these words here, but we can't put it in the past tense form or the present participle form, the participle form of ed. Breathe in, ingest, or inject. So we needed to transform this word from injected to inject. If you got inject, well done. That is correct. Inject material that is radioactive. Here we go. Number 7, 2 left. We have a new text here. 30 seconds starts now. Ten seconds. All right, let's have a look. In terms of overall radiation exposure, X-rays contribute approximately, what type of word is going to fit here if we're using the word approximately just before it? Probably a number, okay? So let's scan read here. And what 2 numbers can you see? Well, actually we can see 14% and we can see the number 14 here. Okay, now approximately 14 of those that are man-made. We're going to be looking in this section here. The answer is going to be 14%. Okay, in terms of overall radiation exposure, X-rays contribute approximately 14% of those that are man-made. This says diagnostic X-rays are the largest man-made source of radiation exposure to the general population, contributing about 14%, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, 2 more. Now we've got number 8 and number 9. Here we go. I'll give you another 20 seconds on this one. All right, here we have 2 for the price of 1. The researchers investigated the extent of diagnostic X-rays in something different countries. Okay, well we can see countries here. That would be a good keyword to start with. And we could probably just fill this gap here with the number 14 immediately. But this one's a bit harder. The researchers investigated the extent something of diagnostic. Whoa. Our aim was to estimate the extent of this risk. Now, let's take that directly and let's think about whether it fits grammatically. Well, for our purposes here, because there's no preceding sentence or paragraph, we're going to have to change the word this into the. Investigated the extent of the risk. So let's see how that fits. The extent of the risk. Oh, holy moly. It's not 14 because look carefully. It says the UK and in 14 other developed countries. So it's 14 plus 1 for the UK. Sorry, plus 1 for the UK. So in fact, it's 15. This one's of the risk because we needed to transform the article or the pronoun into an article. You could also have written 15 as a word. That would be fine. That was tough. Last one. Here we go. I'm going to give you 40 seconds. Another 20 seconds. In fact, I'll give you a minute. Another 20 seconds. Okay. Before we check out the answers for this one, if you're on YouTube, you're watching this, please click the subscribe button down here. And if you believe that this is helping you in reading part A, click the like button as well, and feel free to leave a comment. It helps us in what we're trying to do at E2 language. Cool, let's check out the answers for the last one here. So, as well as combining data on X-ray use, the researchers something radiation, we need a verb, doses based on the survivors of the, we're looking here. So, as well as combining data, we combine data. The researchers estimated radiation doses based on the survivors of the Japanese atomic bomb. And you needed a capital J or else it would be incorrect. Estimated Japanese atomic bomb. How many were there? So there was 2. There was 2 here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's out of 11. So how many did you get out of 11, please? Please put it into the chat. Let me know how many you got. How did you go? How did you go? How did you go? 7, 7, 8, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 3, 4, 7, 6. Okay, fair enough. What about on YouTube Live? How did you guys go? 5 to 6, 8, 9, 7. Did anybody get 11? Whoa, Farid Hamidi got 11. Well done, Farid. That's fantastic. I was watching your... Oh, he said it was easy as well. Don't know if it was easy, but yeah. Jyoti Banot, I don't know what's going there. Please go to help.e2language.com. 66876. All right. This is a key skill. Scan reading is an absolutely key skill for reading part A. Critical. That idea that you're going, where's my phone, where's my phone, where's my phone, while you're looking under stuff, going, where's my phone? Same thing applies here, going, all right, keyword, survivors. There it is. Okay, great. Go back, fit the word, maybe take it directly, maybe grammatically transform it. This is a critical skill, both for OET Reading 1.0 and OET Reading Part A 2.0. So even in the new test, this is still a critical skill rather. So just before I leave you to have your lunch, your breakfast, or your dinner, whatever it is, if you need any help with your OET, check out e2language.com. We are one of the best providers of the OET, of OET preparation, and certainly maybe the best in the world with online preparation. We offer everything from lots of practice materials to tutorials to feedback on your writing, live classes, methodologies, overview lessons, skill building strategies, all sorts of stuff like this. We have it all for you, all on the one website, all in the one course that you can do from home. And it's comparatively less expensive than going to a school and arguably much more effective. So if you are preparing for your OET, whether it's a 1.0 or the 2.0, check out the website.